what have we missed in these few minutes? We got to talk about the recall petition.
Yes.
Dude, we got to talk about that. That's big. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that.
All right. So what were the hours again? It's at the Renaissance, and you've got to understand, Austin, that if you did sign the recall petition to get rid of Mayor Adler, which needs to be done, these people need a message sent to them loud and clear. He's going to vacate the office here soon. He'll be done, and he'll leave a mess for somebody else to continue.
And it'll be a mess it'll be a guy that he appoints to help make the mess worse.
It's really important for the future of the city that you say something now about the powers that be. And the best way to do that is to sign the petition to recall Mayor Adler. And you can do that at two places. And if you did sign the petition, the previous petition, you have to re-sign the petition because it has to be re-signed. That petition didn't make it. So we've got a new petition that has to be signed. And let's see, the place to go Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sunday, noon to 6 p.m. is the Renaissance Hotel at the Arboretum. 9721 Arboretum Boulevard, Austin Oaks Church, 4220 Monterey Oaks Boulevard. And re-sign that petition. If you love this city, and they're making some great changes here, but we need to return back to who we are as Austin, Texas. This city, and I'm not trying to be mean or derogatory or anything, we don't want another Los Angeles. This is Austin, Texas, and there is a character to this city that is, when I look around, you see it more than I.
Well, it's people like me. I'm the character of it. I'm the character of it. Like even Alex, even Alex Jones. Like it's weird. Like I feel as though in a way that me and Alex Jones are kind of kindred spirits.
I'm sure.
You know what I mean? Like this guy, 25 years ago, he was on public access carving pumpkins, selling firecrackers, keeping us woke, and making movies out of his own pocket. And right now,
all you got to do is grab onto the American spirit, and that goes for anybody out there. And you can, and you'll be on the same wavelength.
I'm driving this pedicab.
Yeah.
I made rap songs about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Thank you. I got more for you on the way back. By the way,
Notorious
White Boy. That's right.
Yeah.
My Mexican girlfriend came up with that name, FYI, just to clarify. Anyway, what I was also going to say, though, is that, I have this podcast that I'm paying out of pocket for right now. We're looking for sponsorships, if you know anybody. Hint,
I hear
wink,
you.
Hint, wink, wink, John.
Yeah, I've got one, too. DailyNewsCollective.com. John Bound reports John Bound Politics on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my podcast.
But I feel like in a way we're like kindred spirits, and the reason people like Alex were able to make it is because Austin was affordable. You could own your house. The taxes weren't super high. There were opportunities for there were a bunch of small business opportunities. There were a bunch of choices that you were able to make in terms of you being able to make a comfortable living while pursuing your creative projects. And the more Austin gets developed, the more Austin gets gentrified, the harder it is for people like myself to stay in Austin. That's why this is such a personal thing to me.
Well,
does that make sense, man?
It totally makes sense. Let me just give you an example. Down in the Congress area, around the Continental Club and that area.
I love that. Yeah,
that's where all the musicians used to live. They lived back in that neighborhood. They can't afford to live there anymore, so they all moved. All of our Austin musicians, all these legends, moved to Dripping Springs, and they couldn't afford to live there anymore, so they've all moved to Nashville. The base of our Austin, the legends that lived here that made the city the live music capital of the world, have been pushed out quietly. And that's a good example, and that goes for the rest of us. And that's why I'm saying that you can't turn this into little Los Angeles. This is Austin, Texas. I just feel it slipping away, but we got to keep fighting. And the best way for you to do that is go down and sign that petition and vote.
And we got to make everybody who lives here, no matter what neighborhood you're in, no matter where you're from, what you do, what you look like, you're all a part of this. Everybody's a part of this. Everyone is included in this.
You don't live in your cell phone. We're all connected. We're all one big homogenous humanity experiment living together. It's not about you being an individual. It's not.
Well, it is, but we're all a team. It is, but you got to understand that you're a part of a larger picture.
I went to the Continental Club last time I went, and I go there all the time, and I'm Texas friendly, so I will talk to anybody. So I'm standing next to this guy at the bar, and I'm starting to talk to ask him where he's from. He won't even look at me or talk to me. Finally, I get it out of him. So where are you from? He says, I'm from Los Angeles. Never looked at me. I said, well, that figures, man. That figures. Because don't come to Austin, Texas, and forget to be friendly to people. Don't live in your own world. Go back to Los Angeles. Go back to your little individual, because that's not how we do it here.
Yeah.
We're people, and we take care of each other, and we love each other, and we're all one people.
And
here.
I think the reason why Austin has been so good to me is I moved here from New York over 7 years ago, and when I left New York, I was done with it. Like everything that I dealt with or thought about or talked about or whatever my whole life in New York was, I kept it in New York, and when I went to Austin, it was a fresh start. I'm like, hey, I'm in Austin now, and I'm embracing the Austin way of life fully and completely. And whatever I had in New York, it's in New York, and it's never coming back here. And that's
I did that in 1992, and I never looked back.
That's the key to making it here.
And when I got here, I was just like, I don't feel intimidated. We just known each other for an hour.
Yeah,
we're friends for life.
We're buddies. Yeah,
Charlie back there, we're friends for life. And that's how it goes around here. And so if you move here, that's how you need to be, or you need to leave.
Hey, embrace the Austin way of life. Anyway, John Bowne, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate this. I know you have so much going on, and you're swamped with a lot. So the fact that you made time to come on my Pedicab and talk to me, dude, you have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. All right. Man. Absolutely.